Bonjour from France, folks. How are you? Joe DeSanto here. As I said, I'm in France right now. Just got the new room. It's only temporary though. So I'm going to make a real quick video about pending transactions in Quicken. It's a little feature that came out in the last 6 to 12 months to solve a little problem, and I'm going to explain what it solves, and you can figure out if it's for you or not. All right, here we go. Okay, so maybe in some pop-ups or at the beginning of using Quicken, you might have run into this question of pending transactions, but you can go to the preferences and you can turn pending transactions on or off. I don't have them on here. This is my test file, but I do actually use them because they solved a problem that I was experiencing with Bank of America, but not every bank functions the same as it interacts with Quicken, so not every bank's going to have this problem. But let me explain the problem. By the way, I'm going to stop real quick here and just say if you are just getting into Quicken and you want content that is a little bit more boiled down and also has some advanced stuff, I do have a course on Quicken. It's called Quicken Mastery, link below. But also, I assume you're getting into Quicken because you want to master your finances. You want to really be in charge of your personal finances. I have a bigger, broader course on that called Personal Finance Mastery, which includes Quicken, but also all sorts of other information about how to get your financial act together. Both of those courses include my Quicken templates, which are a great place to get started with Quicken because it has all my categories and everything built right in. So anyway, wanted to let you know that. Back to the video. So Bank of America works such that when you go and get your transactions, two things happen. Quicken goes and says, hey, are there any new transactions? If so, download them. And then it also says, hey, what's the account balance as of today? I need to know that. And I update that information here in online balance, and that becomes a reference point for you is if you have all the transaction in the register and everything's kind of reconciling or are the same. What I was experiencing with Bank of America is that Bank of America doesn't download pending transactions. However, the online balance that Quicken picks up includes pending transactions. So what would happen is I would download my transactions and I might have a pending transaction still up there at the bank, but my online balance would include that pending transaction even though it hadn't downloaded and wasn't in my register. And then what would happen is my ending balance in my register would be off from the online balance. And not that that's a huge deal, but you know, you kind of want to know that your register, it has all the data to match reality. That's really important with Quicken. And actually, it's funny that a lot of people that use Quicken, when I go to help them, they don't realize that that's what's supposed to be happening. So anyway, by being able to force on the download of pending transactions, you can get all the transactions in your register through the download that are there and available so that your Quicken register ending balance will match your online balance. And as far as I know, that's the only reason they added this feature. Probably a bunch of people were complaining that my bank keeps grabbing the balance, including pending transactions, but you guys don't download them. So it made it a feature that you could turn on or off. And this is where you do it in preferences. There you go. That's the mystery behind pending transactions. If you were curious, I will see you in the next video. Thanks.